you, DJ. I just wanted to explain to our non-BNI, for our visitors, in BNI we have one core aspect: we tell stories. And over the years, 10 years for me, 17 plus years for Muraguri, 20 plus years for Murali, there are stories and so many stories we could tell. And what we're doing today is we're beginning a culture of sitting around the fireside, a culture which is very African in nature, but a culture which is foreign, of broadcasting. And so this podcast will be open to all, and we'll be hosting different people in BNI Uganda across the world to hear these stories and to share in this magic. So I would love to invite, and unfortunately I think she stepped out, Dr. Barbara Buyondo. Dr. Barbara, oh, wonderful. Yes, Dr. Barbara is one of those heroes. Yes. If you want to, she's someone you should remember, recall, and refer. I'm going to ask for her again, Mr. Murali. She's looking for a big school across the world which you can partner with and learn from. She has 5 physical campuses, 1 online campus. And she's been a member of BNI for how many years?
7 years.
7 years. And interesting thing, you can turn and look at the audience. Interestingly, whenever we are launching a chapter, true story, Dr. Barbara speaks at every core group. And guess what? Every time she's in her meeting of 96 members, she has a pen in her hand, a paper on her table, and she's making referral after referral. Thank you so much, Dr. Barbara. I would also like to invite Anthony from BNI Kenya, the man whose BNI story touched me and made me become a lifelong BNIer. Please come to the stage. No, you're not going. No. Now, and last but not least, I would like to invite Solo. Now this guy, for those of you who know me, I'm shy. Isn't that right? True story. So my husband is here somewhere and my mother is here. They'll tell you that story. I'm very shy. And Solomon, it took you how many years to convince me? 6 years to start going on and telling the story of BNI Uganda. He's still at me to tell my story. And Solomon, one day you'll get me there. But it is you who's going to cut that scissor. It's you who's going to unveil. It's you who's going to help make us begin to believe that really the power of stories is not that they're powerful, but that others can hear them, share in them, and take action because of them. Thank you very much, Solomon. Please show us how it's done. Solo.
Thank you, Diana. Okay, guys. Good morning, BNI.
Good morning.
Okay, let's count this thing down. 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. BNI Uganda Podcast. Yay! Wow, it is beautiful. It's beautiful and it's finally come to pass. Yes. Those of you that have your phones, please take them out. Take that picture and say, I was there. I was there at the launch of the BNI Uganda Podcast. Yes, it's been a long time coming, but it is finally here. It is finally here, and it is worth celebrating. Yes. Hashtag BNI Uganda Podcast launch. Hashtag BNI.
Welcome to BNI Uganda Podcast.
First move was to find a hotel. Interestingly, every hotel I would go to and tell them, I'm trying to organize business meetings at 6:30 in the morning, they would be like,
A meeting in a hotel at 6:30.
Who meets at 6:30 in the morning? Besides night dancers, of course. Who meets
On their way back home.
Yeah.
No, the women would be like, I have to explain to my husband. How
Everybody kept saying, Kampala is full of buffet, and you're going to bring all those buffet in one room and basically host them.
So where did she get your contact from?
I think she must have talked to some of my clients, I think.
Okay.
So that one now relates to why BNI is important.
Exactly.
Referral based.
That's so true.
That referral kept growing and it reached Kigali.
Wow.
Started bringing people from Kigali.
Your name went before you.
Yes.
I mean, I do have stories of people creating value
Yeah.
for others through making introductions and referrals.
Yeah.
And actually, there's no kickback expected or asked for.
10 years down the road, did you ever consider leaving at any one point?
No,
Wow.
I have never.
They say your network is your net worth. You know, somebody can unlock $1 million opportunity for you. Just one relationship because you've met in this space and you've built some relationship and credibility.
BNI will always teach you. They ask you to talk about your business in 10 seconds. I don't know how many people can do it.
So I was just thinking about that and I'm like, I need to reach out to members maybe where in like BNI Dubai, BNI somewhere in Europe to help me identify a cent. However crazy you're thinking, small or big,
Yes.
BNI will make it happen for you.
Just being in BNI in podcasts, and I'm like at episode 20, and I come across an episode saying, how to make your business profile. I was like, this is what they have just asked me when I went to another company. Yeah?
I know you're very excited about this launch of this podcast. How do you see it playing a role, Diana?
We are going to grow as a community. So for me, this podcast is our talking point. We're going to hear different voices from the community. We're going to share different stories. Most importantly, we're going to learn. Let's gather, let's learn, let's celebrate and recognize each other. But most importantly, let's listen to the stories, our stories. Let's tell them authentically and let's use those lessons to, take us further.
Yes, and you saw it happen here. That is the BNI Uganda Podcast. Congratulations, BNI Uganda. Congratulations, BNI East Africa. You did it. And all your stories are valid, so you can book your moment to feature on the podcast before you leave. So if you were planning to leave tomorrow, it's time to change that booking. Call your travel agent and move that flight to Monday so that you can feature on the BNI podcast, especially our international visitors, those of you from Kenya, Tanzania, UAE, international guests that have turned this into a global convention. Please book a moment and let us hear your story on our BNI Uganda podcast. Please don't leave without booking your slot. Book your slot with who? Solo, yeah, Solo is the guy. So make your booking right now during the lunch hour.